right now to another denomination that we have in the church right now, which is the Syrian chapel. If you look back towards the tomb of Jesus, you'll be able to see the Coptic side of the tomb of Jesus. What we saw before was the Greek Orthodox, and now we can see the Coptic side of it, which is like two different entrances. And you can see the rotunda, this beautiful architectural tomb of Jesus. And now we're getting into a Syrian chapel. And the Syrian chapel, a lot of people skip it. But actually, if we want to get the most like original look, authentic look of how Jesus was actually buried, it is not the tomb of Jesus. The tomb of Jesus is important because of his location. But if we want to understand how Jesus was buried, it is to get into this Syrian chapel that, as you can see, was also a little bit burned and damaged. You can see graffitis from all over the cave here by pilgrims.
Remember that at the beginning of the video I talked about graffiti, and let's look at that. I mean, this is from like years ago, only a few years ago. Endless. Is that a corruption? Well, now yes, but in about 200 years it's going to be history. Let's talk about the tomb here, but we have to wait for the lady. If it's okay by you, can I use your flashlight in your camera? Because until she will go, I want you to see the wall here. The wall around you is from 4th century church. This is from St. Helena Church. The church was built only in the 4th century because until the 4th century, Christianity was a non-legal religion. And you can see the holes. There's so many holes around the wall because holes were marble. It was covered with marble. Then that's the way to do that. And you can see a lot of holes here. But around the tomb, there are many holes. It means that here it was such an important site. Let her go and we will enter. But you know what? We can actually talk about it. At the second temple time, a rich family Jew used to build tombs, like rock-cut caves. Poor Jews used to make a hole in the ground, and that's how they buried their dead. In there, you will see niches to put the body in the niches, and let's go in now. Be the first one, or because I need to see. Yeah, I want to see everything. Oops. Yeah. Then first of all, it's a beautiful picture to take of Itamar. But look at the niches. There are two niches here. Can you light that area? No, to your right. There are a few more niches, and some of them are closed. When you bury the dead, you used to close the niche, the outside. Remember the Rolling Stone? And this is the side of a human being. And what will happen? Let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and behind me there's another one, 5 niches. What will happen to the 6th person? There's no more place for him. Then they will open the oldest niche. They will put they will take out the bones. They will put it in a small ossuary, small box for that, and that ossuary will be taken to a storeroom, and they will bury the dead there. Now, why it was very important for me to talk about it? Because when Jesus was buried, he got a tomb from Joseph of Arimathea that no one used before. And now we can understand that no one used before. It was a virgin tomb. Then Joseph of Arimathea had to build himself another structure, another tomb. Then in that case, we believe that this is the tomb of Joseph of Arimathea's family. Why they didn't destroy it? The enemies of the Christian didn't destroy it because it wasn't important for them. There's another niche there, if I remember. It wasn't important for them. What was important for them is the tomb of Jesus. Then the tomb of Jesus has been destroyed, but that tomb of Joseph of Arimathea was never. And as you said, Itamar, that is the same burial site of Jesus, But that gives us another option, another thing important. Jesus was crucified and buried outside the city. If there are tombs here, it means that the tomb of Joseph, or the garden, was outside the city too. And that shows us that it used to be a cemetery area. I don't know if they are proud of what they are doing here, but I don't see it as a proud thing. Why it looks like that? Because you mentioned that it belongs to the Church of Syria, but the Armenian believes that that is that room, their room. The Coptic believes that it's their room as well, and they're still fighting who owns that room, and because of it, no one maintained it. You mentioned the fire marks from 1808. This is the most important church in the world, and instead of joining the forces together as Christians, they're fighting between themselves. It reminds us the war between the ISIS and Israel right now. ISIS from Gaza, Hamas organization.